Hi, today I'm going to discuss the leveling system on our 2013 Jayco Greyhawk 31DS. We are the fifth owner of this coach, and it has given us very little problems since our ownership. However, the leveling system leaves a little bit to be desired. This is a picture of the leveling system installed on our coach. There are 4 hydraulic jacks, one in each corner of the coach, 4 hydraulic reservoirs that are used by the jacks, and a control system that originally was designed by IDS. This is a picture of our IDS controller that I suspect is bad. When I use this controller in our coach, the jacks only want to retract, they never want to extend. Talking with the techs at Bigfoot, they said I need a new controller. They don't make this controller anymore, but they do have a replacement, and the replacement is about $1,000. Considering what this controller does, it just supplies 12 volts to the 4 jacks to either pull them up or push them down. I thought that $1,000 was a little excessive. So, as an electrical engineer, I decided to create my own manual system using 4 momentary switches. Operation of the leveling jacks is really quite simple. This is a diagram of the harness that is provided by Bigfoot, and to raise or lower a jack you apply 12 volts to that particular raise or lower for either the passenger front, driver front, driver rear, or passenger rear solenoids. So you will apply 12 volts to one of those and it will either raise or lower that particular jack. There's no need to supply a ground since they are attached to the frame of the chassis. So you just have to apply 12 volts to a particular lead. The actual all up or all down is basically a ground closure. When the piston is down on the hydraulic jack, it is a short to ground for the particular sensor. When the jack is up, it is an open. So in my case, my controller will have LEDs on when the jacks are down. And when all the jacks are retracted, the LEDs will be out. So for safe traveling, all 4 LEDs must be out. This is a quick sketch of my control panel that I 3D printed. The embossed area in the center, that is a safety feature using Anderson power poles that I'll go into in a little bit. So this is the original panel. It was pretty slick looking, and it had a little LED dance show that came on every time you turned it on, and when the coach was leveled, the center LED would light up saying you're level. And it was all great when it worked, but when it didn't work, it was really bad. So out the window this went. My intent was never to hack up the original installation other than just removing the controller and the panel for the controller. I wanted to keep all the wiring and harnesses intact that were originally installed when the coach was built. So the Bigfoot system uses a Molex connectors, so I just ordered the mating connector for the existing harness that was on the Bigfoot system, and my controller will just simply plug into the existing harness. Switches were another human factor that I really wanted to take some time to figure out. I didn't want them so small that they could accidentally be turned on and off, and I didn't want them so large that you'd knock them when you were coming in and out of the coach. So I decided to stick with these. These are 12 volt momentary on 3 position, center is off. And so the one position up will be to raise the jacks, and the other position down will be to lower the jacks. These are rated for 30 amps, so the contacts are well within the spec of 5 amps that the solenoids draw. So it looks like these were a good choice. I use the waterproof jackets on top of them. It sort of dresses it up nicely. This is a typical installation of the Bigfoot system. This is on a Forest River RV. The jacks are quite substantial and can easily lift the RV off the ground, but that is not what you're supposed to do. That can damage the jacks, and it can also damage your coach. Anyways, I will give you now a demo of what our system looks like. This power switch on the left side was there when we purchased the coach, so I just used that power to power my panel. When you turn it on, the power light comes on, and as you lower each jack, the limit switch shows that this jack is down. When you raise them, the lights go out. My fingers are in the way, sorry. And this is the Anderson power pole safety feature that I installed, just a double in-series switch, if you want to call it that, just in case. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed, and happy camping.